One time he was saying the ABCs backwards really fast, and I said, "How did you ever learn that?" And he said, well, he'd been in grade school and he was upset at the teacher for some reason. He couldn't remember why, but up on the above the blackboard there was the ABCs, and he thought, I'm going to learn them backwards. So he sat there and Z, Y, X, and he learned it so he could rattle it off like that.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, M, N, L, K, G, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, E, A.
And it was one of his favorite tricks when they'd call him about the brain donor program. One of the things I'd always ask him is, okay, recite the alphabet from Z to A. And he'd just rattle it off like that. And they'd go, okay. They had to do another test to make sure he was in his right mind, because we know Bill was never probably in a right mind compared to other people. But he definitely was in the right mind for himself. He peculiar, interesting brain. You could just tell he could work it in the most strange and interesting ways. He could speak babble, and one of his phone messages was a babble speak, and you're like, what's that? But Bill could do it, and he could put any song, he could put any lyrics to any song.
I don't know any silly songs, but I do know Twiggle, twiggle, lily starch, how he woggles, what a arch, up above a hi-oh, like a dime on a piano.
His brain kind of worked like that. He was able to pick things from different parts and put them together in that big brain of his. It's there.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the moon, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
And that was pretty impressive. He loved being a brain donor. He always thought that was really cool. It's my understanding he became on the list for the brain donor program after Sue's illness, because they didn't have a lot of normal brains to study. Obviously, people who have died for reasons, brain reasons, they donate their brains, but they needed a normal brain, and he was always proud of that. He'd bring out his card and show you, and loved telling the kids, hey, remember. And he liked to exercise his brain. He did crossword puzzles, and it's my understanding that the New York Times crossword puzzle is very hard, and he did that. He enjoyed exercising that brain to the very end.